So in this video, I'm going to do some research using a supplier called Restaurant Store, which is a major supplier for restaurant supplies and equipment. They're a leading distributor, and they have lots of different categories of products and lots of different brands that are available. And what I'm going to do is use this Google sheet that I created to kind of help semi-automate the process of researching the brand and looking up certain things. And I'll also use, optionally, it's an option, you don't have to use this, I'll use a little of Keepa as well in this process to look at certain things as well. But mainly, or actually totally, you can do all of this manually just using this Google sheet and looking at the supplier. All right, and I'm going to show you how I do this. So first thing I need to do is identify a category, right? Because I need to know, first of all, what kind of products I'm willing to deal with. For instance, I might not be willing to deal with commercial refrigeration. I might not be interested in selling ice machines, all right? Especially if I'm doing it physically, right? Like if I'm actually going to physically buy these, send them into Amazon, try to sell them with FBA or ship them to customers, right? That might not be the business you're in, of selling large items, right? I mean, it just depends. Okay, maybe it is for you, right? So what I'm going to do is say I'm going to go with a category I think a lot of people could do: restaurant dinnerware, right? These are pretty normal size products, and so I'm going to go to restaurant dinnerware, right? And under restaurant dinnerware, you have different types of dinnerware: china, porcelain, melamine. I'm just going to go to porcelain dinnerware, right? And what I like about this site is when I go to this category, they actually give me the brands. So you can get the brands from the products. That's what I normally have to do on a lot of sites, is you actually look at the products. But I like the fact that the brands are already listed out here. All right, this makes my job a lot easier for researching these brands on Amazon. So I'm going to start with this first brand. I guess it's pronounced Acopa. Okay, A-C-O-P-A, and I'm actually going to type in the brand name into my Google sheet, because what that does is it allows me to keep a record. And for the category, I'm just going to put kitchen. I'm going to be very general about the category and put kitchen. Okay, and one occurrence, meaning it occurs one time on the list. And the first automated link I have here is one that automatically brings me to the Amazon catalog, Seller Central, with the brand name. So I can immediately look and see that I have approval to sell the product, okay, this brand, because I see a few products there, and I already see I have permission to sell it new and used. Okay, I have approval, right? So that's one good thing. I want to make a note on that. I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, sir, I have approval on Amazon. Next thing I want to do, though, is I want to check the restricted list. I want to make sure it doesn't show up on some kind of restricted list. And there are different reasons why a brand might show up on a restricted list, but this one does not, because all I see is ads. Okay. Keep in mind, however, this is only checking Google for any website that says Amazon restricted brands list. And this approach does work using exact match quotes. The thing is, there are also other lists out there that might have, that you might want to look at too, and they're not necessarily on Google, so you might want to go get those lists, okay, and check those lists too. But this is how you can do a quick check just on Google only. Okay, now it's not on any restricted list. I'm going to say no. Okay, I'm being quick here, so I'm just going to say no. And Amazon search, well, this means I can search the actual brand on Amazon and see what I get. I don't actually need to do that. However, what I can do is just open up one of these products. Immediately, I see the brand name, Acopa. In this screen check, this is actually coming from a Chrome extension that I use called IP Alert. I have a link actually for that Chrome extension if you're interested. It lets you know if the brand is known for IP claims. If it gives you a green, then green is good. Okay, it's not known for IP claims as far as the Chrome extension knows. Okay, and I have a link for that in a discount, special discount, if you're interested in that Chrome extension. Now, once I click on the brand name, okay, now that I see the brand seems to be generally safe, what I notice, the first thing I look at is, do they even have a store on Amazon? They don't. Okay, is that a problem? No, not at all. They have products. That's the main thing, is, do they have products on Amazon? I don't see a lot of products, and as I scroll down, I'm seeing products, but these are not the brand. These are not the Acopa brand. So what that tells me is that they probably just don't have a lot of products, and so a lot of other products are coming up instead. All right, and they don't have a store on Amazon, and that to me just means that this brand is not really actively trying to do anything on Amazon, right? So that's kind of a good thing, I think, actually, for the IP situation, right? I think so. Now, basically, the other option with looking at the brand name is the Akopa option, and what happens is the Keepa option. Sorry, and if you scroll down, you go to the second part of this data product finder on Keepa. Okay, which there's a link for this too if you want to subscribe to it. It's under $20 a month currently for these features. And what this allows you to do is actually type in the brand name right here. And when you type in the brand name, it's going to tell you how many products it has. And actually, according to Keepa, it has 69 products. But I guess the question is, are all those products active or what, right? Because we didn't see many products on Amazon. Okay, but what I'm actually going to do is check another brand that I know has a lot of products, which is World Tableware. But this time I'm going to do it fast because I already showed you one example. So I'm going to do this second example faster, okay? So I'm going to just check it very quickly on Amazon. Very quickly, World Tableware. I have approval. See, I'm doing it very fast. Check restricted list right away. Just point to that link, click. Don't see it showing up on any restricted lists. Again, you can take more time doing that if you want to. I'm doing a video, but you can go through more, research if you want, but it's not on any restricted list. And now I'm just going to go ahead and open one of the products. Okay, IP alert. I'm green on IP alert as well. That makes me feel even better. And I noticed that when I click on the name of this brand, that seeing a lot of World Tableware immediately. I'm getting World Tableware products. I'm seeing more and more and more World Tableware. So this lets me know that this brand has a real presence on Amazon. I can really find products of this brand on Amazon, right? It's not hard to find them. Okay. Yes, there's always going to be other brands and products getting mixed up in the results, but they do have some products in here. Now, again, with the Keepa option, if you have Keepa, okay, what you can do here, and I'm going to just remove the one that's here, and I'm going to type in World Tableware. Before I even finish typing the full name, Keepa is going to show me World Tableware has 1,958 products, okay? Way more than what the Akopa brand was giving us. So World Tableware, way more products, right? Okay, so World Tableware. In fact, if you have Keepa and you have the exact number, you can put that exact number in here if you want to. Or if you just want to say many results, you could say many. I mean, you can fill this in how you like. I'm just going to put the number of product results it gave me. Initial results, okay, was 1,958. Right here, it was not many. I don't remember the exact number. I could just say not many, right? To show you two different ways I could keep track of this. Okay. Now, the other thing you can do is, you can Google the brand also, just to see what you get. So if I Google the brand, I like to see, there might be other suppliers that carry the brand for one. You can see that here. Here's another website, libbyfoodservice.com. Webstaurant store is what we're looking at right now. Okay, so you can look at this to see if there may be other suppliers as well, and just to get an idea of what shows up for the brand. All right, when you Google the brand. And for this section, what I actually suggest doing, I used to put the supplier here, Webstaurant store for that brand, and then if I find other suppliers, I put them here too. You could do that way, or you can try this way as well, where you can just put the supplier here as well, and then just say yes. And what this will kind of do over time is you will be able to filter just the ones that are Webstaurant store by selecting yes, because you're gonna have some no's eventually, but you'll be able to select yes, just Webstaurant store, as opposed to putting the name here and then having it here, having it all over the place. We just put the domain right here at the top. So every time we find a brand on it, we just say yes to that Webstaurant store. Okay, so you could do it this way. All right, that's how I'm doing it these days. Now, so basically, that also gives you a link back to the website, which is nice to have. So that's basically it for the brand's research. The next step in the process is to actually look at individual products of the brand or of the brands and to start sourcing them back. I'll just do one really quickly, but the purpose of this video is just to research brands. But the next step is that you would reverse search some of these products and see if you can actually find them back at the supplier, restaurant store, okay, or even other suppliers if you want. So you can just kind of grab a few of them randomly to start off and just do a reverse Google search on them. Just highlight the titles and use Google search and just see if you find the same product. I see this is the same product, FH503 World Tableware. Same thing here, FH503 Farmhouse, right? 12 case, and here's a 12 case. I see it's a little cheaper here than here. Of course, you have to do the calculation of shipping and everything to see if you're going to make a profit. But the point is that I see that I can reverse search the product. I'm able to reverse search these products back to the supplier. And the reason why that's important is because, believe it or not, even though the brand is available at a supplier, sometimes when I go to reverse search the titles, it doesn't work. It doesn't go back because the names, the product names are so different. Okay, some suppliers don't have very good product names. But these names, these product names on Amazon and the product names on Webstaurant, they are close enough, they have enough in common that you can Google and you can reverse search and you can find the products. So that's good to know. And then of course, if the barcode is provided, sometimes you can use a barcode as well. Okay, you can take a barcode like this and you can put it in a website like barcode lookup. Also, this is another way of reverse searching a product. And barcode lookup will a lot of times will give you all the information and it will show you other places. In fact, here's another site where you can find this product, right? So you can do that as well. $33.99 on Zorro. Okay, and where's the product? Oh, here's the product on Amazon. $40 on Amazon, you know. So you can do that as well. You can reverse search by barcode or by title, right? So good to know that we have those two options. Okay, so that's basically the initial process when you are faced with a supplier, right? They've got tons of products and you don't even know where to start, but you think you want to try to sell some of these on Amazon. You know that the supplier might have some products on Amazon. Well, that's what you need to do. You go to a category, you find some brands, and you check the brands on Amazon, right? And you see if you have approval. You check all of the stuff. See if they actually have any products for you to sell, right? Check the safety of the brand, and basically this Google Sheet is going to help you do it a little faster and organize it by saving you some time on the clicking around and the typing. Because once you type in the brand name here one time, the links work. Okay, you just click the links and they will check the brand in the catalog. They will do the Amazon search for you. They'll do a Google search for you. They'll check the restricted lists on Google, right? And so it's that's a little faster. And then of course, if you're interested, there's the IP Alert Chrome extension to help you with the IP claims issue. Identifying if the brand is known for IP claims, it's going to give you an alert. You'll see an alert right away. So hopefully you learned something from this video and you enjoyed the video. This is ideal for, I would say, if you're doing arbitrage, basically retail arbitrage, or in this case I would even call it more like wholesale arbitrage, because a supplier like this, a lot of times you can get things, you're buying things wholesale from them, you're buying cases, and in some cases you can actually unbundle the cases. That might, in some cases, the product might be selling on Amazon as individual units. I've seen that with the supplier. I have bought products from the supplier and sold them successfully on Amazon. So I know for a fact, you know, sometimes you will get an unbundling situation, meaning you buy a case, but then you can sell them individually on Amazon, right? It just depends on the list. It depends on the Amazon listing. And so, you know, take a look. It's a well-known supplier. It's actually used. This is not like something new I came up with. I've heard other people talk about the supplier as well online. And so go ahead and try it. And if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, just let me know. And yeah, Make sure you get a copy of this, the Google Sheet. This is a free Google Sheet that you can go ahead and you can subscribe to my list and get a copy of the sheet and start using it. And let me know if it's helpful for you in organizing your brand's research, which you can do from any supplier. This is just one example, but you can do this pretty much with any supplier as long as they have some products that are on Amazon, which is what you have to find out. So I'm Mr. Mark, this is Excel for Amazon. I hope you learned something and you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you around on the channel.